Good day. Welcome to the Tigg's live stream of NASCAR Racing 2003 season with the Smith's Den, the last IndyCar mod they did. The only reason why I'm not doing the NASCAR Fun Fact mod, the newest one that just came out last year, is I don't have a personal car for that one. So, needless to say, that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the Smith's Den's IndyCar mod. It's a beautiful mod. It's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. IndyCars are oval racers for the most part, so I mean it would go hand in hand with this. You just got to up the grip on the track a little bit to make them act like IndyCars. Beautifully done. This is the track version I'm using is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I believe it is the 2008 OWR version. I know there's a more recent version out. There's a 2014, but it's not specifically made for the OWR physics, so I'm going to use that one since it's specifically made for OWR racing. The PTA physics, six gears. Needless to say, I've not, other than a little test run this morning, I've not driven open wheel cars in this sim forever. I can't remember the last time I ran a race in them. I did some hot lapping through Stenod. That's about it. And then last time I actually ran a race against real people, not even AI. The last time I haven't run a race against AI in forever. I don't think I ever run a race against AI in this sim, in this mod. The last time I ran an actual race in this mod was probably 2008, maybe 2007. There's actually the videos. There's some videos, you know, way down on this playlist of my last one. That was the original open wheel mod. So there you go. And that's that. I have not really done, and I did find one little glitch coming off of pit road in this mod, in this track. Hopefully it doesn't affect it. I'll have to go back and do a not do a full pace lap. It doesn't seem to affect there's nobody on pit road, of course. It doesn't seem to affect the cars coming out of the AI cars coming out of the pits. It sure enough affected me badly. But what the hell? Oh, okay, I thought that was my car there for a minute, but it's not. I want to see one of these AI cars coming out of the pits. Actually, I could just do that. I want to see what it does before I do anything. And nobody's watching, so it doesn't really matter. It's just it's going into turn 2 where the glitch is. Oh, okay, so they rode way the hell out. I'm going to show you this glitch. And it, again, you have to have the wheel on for this one because of let me make sure I don't need to do that. And I use the stick for this. If this is too loud, if anybody comes in, I'll have to ask. If it's, again, this is too loud, I'm still adjusting it. And I have the wrong sounds on. I forgot to change that because I wanted to get on and get going. Here comes that glitch. See, there it is. There's that glitch. So I don't know if that's going to affect anything or not. I have my 330 sounds on. I forgot to change them out for more of an open wheel sound. But I like this sound better. But the spotter's English, of course. But I'm just gonna see. I actually haven't even tried to make a pit stop. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna attempt a 50 lap race. Okay, so there's no glitch there. I didn't check that out. I didn't check anything out for glitches because sometimes, you know, even though they're just changing files and changing names like that one little glitch there, it did actually affect. Oh, listen to that. There's actually some talking. So we'll see how this goes. We're We're gonna try to do a 50 lap race. Like I said, I've not run this in forever. This ought to be fun. This ought to be a lot of fun. And I like doing full pace laps. Don't ask me why. Again, that comes down to realism for me. I have realistic damage. I believe I have the AI at 90%, not between 90 and 95%. When I did my little practice, I was floating somewhere around the middle of speeds. I have 29 AI cars on. This is don't 30 cars start Indianapolis. Something like that. That's their biggest field of the year is Indianapolis, of course. There's the Goodyear blimp. I'm starting in the back, 50 lap race. I didn't even get a chance to really try to pass anybody when I did my little practice. Probably should knock the AI down a little bit lower so it makes it a race. And that's the thing about AI. Everybody thinks, I'm going to run them at 100%. No, run them at your comfortable speed. If you're comfortable doing 42s instead of 41s, if you can only do that. And I'm using the fast setup that came with the track. So I just adjusted the steering ratio so it fits my taste. That's all I did. And a lot of people forget to do that too, is adjust that to the taste. And they're throwing big turns, big arm movements to do little turns. And this just needs a little tweak and you're turning in it. But needless to say, I forgot what I was even talking about. Just been a while since I've done this. Trying to fill the air. Dead air this morning. And I said 11:30ish. I watched Sean on the sim pit, and then I had to restart this morning because I didn't check that. Because I did not check to see. Because sometimes the cam program I use doesn't want to work the first time I do it, and I have to restart my computer. I guess I shouldn't have left it. Ooh, I definitely shouldn't have left it. And they're away from me. It doesn't matter anyway, nobody's watching. Oh shit. Oh! Oh, that sucks. I thought I'd made it through. Yeah, I've got no car left. I'm going to have to restart this race. That was interesting, to say the least. Yeah. Let's go around the lap one. I thought I was going to creep through there. Yeah, that's one of the problems with the PTA physics. The cars, because they ride so low, they actually sink into this track. I made it there. Oh! Wow, I chopped off his wheel, and that was the end of my car. They needed, well, damage needs to be a little bit better, but that's neither here nor there. Hey, Ian, what's up, buddy? We're going to restart this race. In fact, I think I'm going to go back a little bit and knock the 80. Oh, I got it down to 90. I'm going to knock them down to 88%. So it's more of a fun race. Knock it back up here. See that? This mod's got some cool. This track's got some cool sound effects. I am wearing, by the way, I know I talk about my hat. This is actually the first one I bought way back in 2004. I've worn it to death. Look how pretty this track is. For NR2K, I mean, yeah, you're going to get a little glitchy. You're talking about a 15-year-old sim. It's a little glitchy, but once the racing starts, it doesn't really show up. So IndyCar racing and NASCAR racing 2003 season. PTA physics with the OWR track. This is the 2009 OWR track, I believe it is. And really, other than some eye candy, there's probably not a lot of difference between that track and what it is now. So I just like to have the OWR physics or the grip levels. Because even though there's, like I said, there's a newer version, I'm not sure if the grip levels are set for that, or you have to move files around. What I hate, that's one thing about this sim that I hate. If a track maker does make a track, they'll make the grip levels for both kinds of cars, and then you gotta keep swapping out the files. And if you have the wrong file in with the wrong car, it just gets to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Especially if you're online racing, which I don't anymore. But when you're online racing, you got the wrong files in. You get a mismatch and you get all upset, like, oh no, I gotta figure out I'm doing wrong here, I gotta figure this out, and then you get all excited, and you know, I'm gonna lose my practice time, yay! But anyways, Ian, I didn't know if you were here, but I'll say this again. This is the Smith Sten's last open wheel mod. I'm not running the NASCAR Fun Fact mod because I don't have a personal car for that. I actually need to paint that, so, or I just may wait for a Coffee with the Tigg car to come up to actually paint when they use that. That actually might be a good idea too. I actually know what the next contest is going to be. I actually know what the next car in the contest is going to be. It's going to be the NXS 2017 mod from what do you call it? What's the name of that? I cannot think of the name. I'll post it tomorrow, but it's going to be the NX17, the NXS 17 NASCAR Xfinity Series 2017 mod. That's what I'm gonna. Oh shit! Now I got all. Now. I screwed up because I'm busy talking. I'm just going to restart it. Sim race design, that's it. My brain doesn't... But yeah, that's going to be the next contest. And the one after that is I'm going to start the voting on tomorrow for the Cup car. Tomorrow I'm going to start that. And I'm also going to start the submissions for the 17 for the next contest tomorrow also. So it'll be 2 weeks to get the paint done, a week for voting, and then we'll go to I think it's the trucks. The trucks had the 15 mod, last mod to come out for that, and we'll do the truck 15 for the Coffee with the Tigg official cars, and then we'll move to sub-series like this, like the other version of this. We're gonna do we're gonna have a lot of stuff, and then probably after that, after we do the open wheel one, I'm probably, like I was talking about yesterday, if you watch the show, probably do the super sprints car, because that's, you know, it's something I'm going to do a lot of, because I love running that. It's a lot of fun. I highly doubt I'm going to get 50 laps in the day, so, you know, who knows. My indicator's on the wrong side. I like it over on the left-hand side, and I keep moving stuff around, and I keep messing around with OBS, getting that somewhat figured out, to at least run it on my gaming machine, to where I can figure out how to move it over to my, it's actually over there, my other machine, to run it off of that. But who knows? We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, sprint cars. I did sprint cars yesterday, so if you want to go back and watch yesterday's show, I did sprint cars for most of it. I did a little cup car, I did a little of this, a little of that, but I did mostly sprint cars. And then I did the 358 trades. That was my fault. Jesus, too busy talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Hey, John, what's up, buddy? Yeah, the Tigg's got to concentrate on his drive. But you got to keep the show entertaining, too. He's got to talk. Don't worry, they'll probably wreck up here again like they did the first race. And I almost made it through, then I hit somebody. Probably shouldn't have shifted there. But yeah, I'm going to do a lot more, I'm going to do some short track racing. I'm going to go get them. I'm going to do some of your tracks too. You and John's, because you guys make the, see, here we go. Ah, shit. Don't hit anything. Ah, fuck. Oop, pardon my French. God. Yeah. Okay, JR, well, yeah. We're definitely gonna, I know you guys, you're involved. We're gonna, I was talking about when I had my problems last week about doing your last track live, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. The Myrtle Beach one, which desperately needed to be updated, and there's a lot of other tracks that desperately need to be updated, but I'm not gonna go into that because it is what it is. I was actually thinking about tomorrow doing that with the trucks, and one of my favorite short tracks that never gets touched is Mesa Martin. I love that track. I know it's closed for real now, but that was one of my favorite sim racing tracks. Okay, why is this car getting so freaking squirrely? I know it is. And it's the Tigg. Oh, Tigg lets the F-bomb fly every once in a while. Like you guys weren't here for the beginning of the show, but shit. I've not run this, other than some hot lapping, I have not run this mod, this track, or anything in years. The last time I think I raced this was in either 2007 or 8 in a league race, and that's down in the videos in this level, in this playlist line. Yeah. And I forgot to switch over my sounds to the open wheel IndyCar sounds, so you're listening to Ferrari 330 sounds. Yeah. Well, I just like trucks. Yeah, actually when I ran it a little bit in practice this morning, it wasn't so tight, but you know how NR2K is. Sometimes it's tight, sometimes it's not. I'm not running realistic weather. I'm running a 50 lap race. See what happens. As I was watching Sean Cole, or not, yeah, I think his name's Sean Cole, the Sim Pit this morning, and they were giving him a hard time. But man, it was a good. If you want to know about news, that's the guy to watch. The Sim Pit. You want all the news that is news, except for NR2K. That's the only place you're going to get that. It's Coffee with the Tigg when I find the news. So you guys who got stuff coming out, let me know. You really need to stress this, because I will talk about whatever's coming up and coming out. I love this mod too. This is the Smith Den one though. This is not the NASCAR Fun Fact mod. This is the Smith Den one. I don't have a personal car for the Smith Den or the Fun Fact one, so I didn't use that. And like I was saying, it'll probably be a contest coming up here. I know I'm talking too much, not paying attention to what I'm doing, so I'm really messing up my car. I've loved the open wheel mods. When they originally first came out, when we had that mod, I ran that more than I did the stock cars when it first came out. I used to love the open wheel racing, and I don't know. Yeah. The over Smith Dan, Ian Smith. Yeah. I've not really talked to him. I know who he is, but I've not really talked to him that much. He did a great job on this mod. I think it's beautiful. I think the car models are beautiful, easy to paint. Well, yeah, obviously it is since I've got a car in here. But, you know, I don't know. Entertaining day. The T-shirt today says, "I'm just here to annoy you," and I think that's what my plight in life is, to annoy the crap out of people. But you guys spread the word around to your brothers who do the mods and tracks that you know. Anybody, if you've got something coming up, if you want to, you know, do like an announcement of it, Coffee with the Tigg Sunday morning, every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. I try to run that show for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, live talk. Usually have people in the booth with me, so it's over Discord. Whenever. This does not feel like the setup. Of course, I didn't have 29 other cars in front of me when I was practicing this morning. This does not feel like the same setup I was running. I'm not going to finish dead last. And I got, is that Marco Indra right in front of me? Hi, babe. Broadcasting, babe. Oh, shit, why are you getting so squirrely, car? Pardon my French again. You know, the excitement of sim racing. Yeah, I passed somebody. Look how far up that field is. 4 seconds ahead. And they didn't wreck this time. And we've actually completed a lap under two. We'll be completing 1 or 2 laps on the green. And I said 50 lap race, right? So I'm probably going to have to stop for fuel. Wow, my car must really be damaged. Oh, nope, we're going to finish this race out. Unless they wreck again. Yeah, the bathroom's right there, so. If you heard that, that's what that was. I need to get, somebody needs to point me in the direction of good IndyCar sounds. So we can get away from these 330 sounds that I have in here. Even though I love them, they don't fit the car. So if anybody's got a good link for 330 or IndyCar sounds, either put them in the chat, or put them up in the chat, or PM me over at Synod or DM me at Facebook on my The Tigg's Facebook page. So yeah. Well, yeah, I'm 5 seconds behind the next car, and I'm 8 seconds behind the car in front of him. I was not used to driving with that. I need to. We got trouble here. Something about this that when you get off the gas, it just doesn't want to hold the track. Maybe it's just me. And I got less than half a cup of coffee too. Yeah, I need to move my coffee maker or give me a thermos and just have it sitting here so I can have coffee the whole time. And no, I am not pitting. I have enough gas to make it to the end. Yeah, let's see. I may have damaged my car too much, though. My own stupidity, really.
Hold on, slow down a bit. 55 car. The pit lane is now open.
I've not really done much of any kind of racing over the last
Hold on, slow down a bit.
10 years. Most of what I've been doing is hot lapping or just practicing with the AI. I've not actually done any racing, so the racing you're seeing me do here, even against the AI, is the first actual racing I have done in the past 10 years. What I've done live here, what you see on my live, is seriously the first racing I have actually done. Oh, well, not 10 years. I was running with a Hobo Racing League up to 6 years ago. So yeah, it's been 6 years since I've actually been involved in any kind of racing. I forgot about that. I'm going to reach over and turn my fan on because my little studio room is hot. If it makes too much noise, let me know and I will turn it off. Hey, I'm not dead last. I'm actually in 26th out of 30 cars, and there's 2 cars off the track. $50-lap race. We have 39 to go. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I feel rookie again. The running hot laps and just running practices, you don't. The race, it's just not the same as racing. Even in racing against the AI, it's not the same as racing, just doing practices and hot laps. It has a totally different feel in my mindset. This is a race. I get, even against the AI, I get excited, if you noticed. The F-bomb flew twice, the S-bomb threw three or 4 times. One and only time I sat, well, the next time we're under caution, the only time I've been to this track, I just was right to the side of the other side of the podium, or the paddock. That big building in the middle that I can't think of how to frickin' say it again. That's the Chinese name. I won't tell you this because we're going to come into the green. This is the only big track I've ever been to. I've been to Iowa Speedway, of course, Knoxville, a couple of smaller tracks around Iowa, but this is the only big track I've been to. It's a beautiful track. The track in itself is worth the trip. I keep saying that. That's another reason why I said that yesterday and when I was talking. That's why I decided to do this today. The track itself is a destination, not just race. Not just the race that goes on Pagoda. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm just rambling. I love to ramble. I used to sell clothing for a living, so I'm used to talking all the time. Can't tell by looking at me, but you know, a long time ago the Tigg was a retail salesman, and he wasn't so happy-go-lucky. He's an asshole. Oh, look, there's an airplane.
Get ready now. Going green then.
The one thing I wish that some of these guys would do is try to make the people in stands look less cartoony. I think there's some tracks out there where they are less cartoony looking, but most of these tracks, the people in the stands look cartoony. And I'm not even supposed to be paying attention to the people in the stands. I'm supposed to be paying attention to the track. But you gotta have something to look at when you're rolling around on during caution. Uh-oh, here comes my boy Scott Dixon. Breathing down my neck. Oh, shit. My car's that. Hi, Scott. Bye, Scott. Yeah, my car's really messed up. Not as much as Marco's is, though, or yeah, it's Marco. Let's just see if I can make the distance of the race. That's all I'm worried about. Do more racing, get more comfortable doing it. Maybe shut my mouth every once in a while. Especially in the first 10 laps. That would probably be a good thing. But then it would be... Hey, buddy, what's up? I already wrecked the car, so I'm off the pace. I should be doing 200 and something going through the corners. Yeah, I should be hitting 42s. I'm well off the pace. Well, I'm going to catch whoever that is in front of me. Pass him. Boat win. Bot win. If you're watching Weeds, that's bot win. No, that's not a compliment in my eye. I should pull up R Factor and do one of the, because I have Indy cars for R Factor and of course Indy for R Factor, do that too. But I don't know. R Factor. Don't mention R Factor when you're doing that R2K stuff all the time. Ah! I still love R Factor. I love R Factor too. I still haven't run. I don't think I've run any laps in Automobilista because I keep trying to get the NASCAR stuff to work and it keeps crashing on me. I don't know. The NASCAR stuff in Seta Corsa, they drive like sports cars. They don't drive like stock car, cup cars. They're too fast. 220, 30 miles an hour at Daytona. I ain't catching Botwin very fast. And Marco's catching up to me again. Too busy talking. But if I don't talk, then people say I'm boring. So, can't be worse than Danica. Nobody, you know, the sad part about Danica is now that you have time to look back on her situation, she probably should have spent a whole lot more time in lower series in IndyCar and NASCAR than she did to understand the nuances of racing. But they moved her so fast up the ranks because she's a woman that I don't think she got what she needed, to be honest with you. I don't like her, still don't like her, won't like her till the day she dies or the day I die, whichever comes first. But if you look at the situation and the amount of pressure that they put her under, I'm trying to reel them in. It's like 1/10 a second every lap. You can't really blame her. I mean, I've seen some good women drivers out there doing, you know, never making it out of the no-name series. You know, where you're just there to run. They never make it to ARCA. A lot of women actually ran in USAR Hooters Pro Cup. But nobody knows about that because that didn't get a lot of TV. Speed showed it a lot, but they never. There was just when the series died, when they lost the Hooters sponsorship, they had Sears for a while. Then the series died after that. But that was a really good feeder series to ARCA, I thought. And nothing's really. Well, the NASCAR East-West thing is kind of what it was, but. Yeah, she's third or fourth hand equipment, but Jennifer Jo Cobb, and people don't realize that woman's in her 50s too. Shauna Robinson, she should have, again another one of those situations. Ooh, look at that. Oh shit, I slowed down because I see the smoke and I thought it was closer to the start-finish line. Well, and didn't Shauna have a couple of bad wrecks? Alright, thanks, JR. Thanks for showing up. Alright, thanks for showing up, buddy. Spaceman, Monster, thanks for showing up. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, because I'm going to be going live more and more. Doing more NASCAR Racing 2003 series stuff. Even though I'm not the greatest driver in the world, obviously as you've seen by this stream, I am definitely not the greatest driver in the world, but you know what? We all have fun, we all enjoy it. How'd I get so freaking far behind? Yeah, there's a lot of good women drivers out there. That one who just won the races recently, I hope they don't push her faster than she. That's the thing. They don't let them develop like they do the guys. I mean, some guys like Kyle Busch, he didn't need to develop. He was just good. He was born good. But Jennifer Jo Cobb's in her 50s, buddy. And she has junk equipment because nobody wants to sponsor somebody in their 50s, especially a woman. Oh, this is going to be fun. Everybody pitted. She has junk equipment because I follow her on Facebook, and she actually buys most of her stuff. Literally, she buys it all out of her pocket. She has she barely gets any sponsorships. Everything she does out of pocket, and I commend her for doing that. She's one of the true blue. She's a true blue racer. Oh yeah, dude, she's my age. Hubba hubba. But yeah, she's so old. Like, okay, I'm gonna drop an F-bomb for the so old comment. You know what? I am going to pit, so I am not going to get run over on the green flag. So old. 52, 53 is not so old. So old.
We'll give you just a splash of fuel.
So old.
The pace car is turn 1.
I'm a kid at heart.
The pace car is
Oh.
the
Yeah, yeah.
car is turn 2.
Well, they get crap equipment because nobody wants to sponsor them. Again, that's what it all comes down to.
Go, go, go. Keep it under 55. Keep it under. The pace car on the back straight.
Oh, I should have pointed out where I sat when I sat here. Whoops! I'm going to be at the back.
5. Careful with the speed now. Keep it on. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Oh man, they're showing us the black flag.
Oh man, they're showing us the black flag.
Okay, you've got to go to the end of the longest
So I might as well avoid where that little problem is by...
end of the pacing line.
There's a little hiccup in the track right there on the inside of the out apron. It looks like Starcom's not fielding my two drivers this week. They're fielding somebody else this weekend.
Stay on the end of the longest line. Stay behind the 63 car on the outside line. Stay on the end of the
Hey, I'm up to 25th.
19.822.
And I know I'm faster than Marco, and I was catching Botwin. I don't know about this guy in the 63 though, the P-Man guy. I don't know if I'm faster than him now. But we'll see what happens, guys. How many laps we got left in this race? We're halfway done. I've been all over this track. When I say that the track itself is an attraction, I am not kidding. This place is phenomenal. Well. Oh, we're down to 2 viewers, guys. Just you two. We were up to 7 or 8, I saw at one point. 6 or 7. I really do appreciate you guys stopping in every day, throwing the thumbs up. You know, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. Just trying to get to where we get a little bit more attention on some of this older stuff. That's why I may only do R Factor 1 other than this sim. I'm still deciding, but I've got all the... It's a herb. Oh, okay. That chick. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, the sex bomb. But I don't remember. I can barely remember all the NASCAR drivers' names, let alone all the series. Well, I commend people who can remember all that stuff. That's probably why our car's pink up there too, by the way. Ah, shit!
The yellow flag is out. Okay, get a move on. Let's race back to the line.
Ain't no racing back the line for me. I'm dead. That was my fault. That was way my fault. I should just tap the brake instead of lifting a little bit right there, so I wouldn't run her over. That was kind of a nice crash. That was kind of realistic, though the wing didn't come off. I don't know if you know, so I'm not gonna restart. I wrecked out. I won't put no damage on because I like realistic, but you know, let's. All right, where the hell's my cursor? There it is. Why don't we just go there? And let's critique my crappy ass driving. Alright, this mod is beautiful. JR is right about the mod being beautiful. It is a beautiful mod. It's just too bad that the open wheel stuff doesn't get in an R2K gets the attention it deserves. I'm really thinking about doing like one stock car show a week, one open wheel car a week, show a week, and then one. This would be open wheel. This or the F1 cars, or any other IndyCar mods, and then one dirt. And then that way, you know, guys get to see all kinds of things. And like I said, if I do anything, I'm really thinking about the only other sim to run during my streams is R Factor, because again, that's came out in 2007. It's old, and it's still a great platform. This is an R2K. It's still a great platform. And I know a lot of people run GTR2 still, another great platform. Though there's a we need some. If you watch when I go off the internet here in a little bit, I'm probably only going to be on for an hour today, because I'm going to try streaming tomorrow. Thinking about doing, like I said, doing trucks or Bush or BNS or GNS cars at Myrtle Beach and Mesa Martin. Do a couple of short races, like 50 lap or 30 lap races each, because I love Mesa Martin. I used to love Mesa Martin, racing it online. Oh, that was real good right off the bat. Let's just talk about that opening and getting into the wall right on the green flag. Oh man, I really need to work on my open wheel skills. Car looks good though. I can paint a car. Yeah, there's a lot of guys still running the old stuff. I don't know Dutch. I try to find as many as I can who run the older stuff, but it's harder to find the guys who run the older stuff as opposed to the guys who run the newer stuff. So, and if they don't live stream at all, I don't know if he live streams or not, but yeah, here comes my stupid mistake. Stay out of the wall, stay out of the wall, stay out of the wall. That was bad. That was my first mistake. I gotta learn how to brake in these cars. We don't have Champ Car in this. We just have these Indy cars, but I do have the Champ cars in R Factor. That's another reason why I want to run R Factor. I love R Factor. I love NR2K. I probably have too many sims because I'll never run. Actually, if I probably never run them. Because if I just run these two, in fact, that's what I might do. I'm going to think about my shows lineups and what I'm going to do. This is me babbling right now, by the way. 2 different cars for beat. I keep checking the live. I check the live every once in a while, but I don't see many sim racers. I see a lot of guys doing shoot 'em games on YouTube. So, and I don't really understand Twitch. And then here comes my third mistake. Must learn how to brake in these physics. Okay, we don't need to watch pace laps. There's another mistake. There's another mistake. Maybe I ought to open it up from 25 to 27 so it's not so twitchy my steering. That could help too, because I got it down to 25. Yeah, no kidding. That reminds me of a funny story. As y'all know, well, a lot of you know, I grew up in Pennsylvania. And there's this little town in between. Yeah, no kidding. You're going to get the bird here in a minute, Ian. There's this little town called New Hope. It's kind of in between Philadelphia and Nazareth. And my stepmother used to like going up there because it's a rustic town. They have a lot of, old. This was back before old was, antiques and all that stuff was. All this retro stuff was cool. And we're walking down to the store she likes to go to get her, because they had all natural, no preservative foods. And she liked going in there because it was real food. We'd go up there once or twice every couple months. And she'd get there, go buy some of the food in there. Not, like jellies, peanut butter, sodas, which weren't colored or anything like that. It was good stuff. Anyway, we're walking down the street, and I'm pointing at this guy I see, and I say, "That's Mario Andretti." And of course, me being the only motorsport fan I knew growing up, they're like, "Who's Mario Andretti?" I said, "He's a race car driver." "Oh, that can't be him." I said, "He's from Nazareth." It's like, everybody knows he's from. Oh, that can't be him. I says, "I'm gonna go over and talk to him. My father gave me a look. Don't you?" Okay. No. So I never did actually get to meet him, though I'm 99% sure that was him. I'm a bird. Tweet. Yeah, you're gonna get the bird. Car still looks good though. It doesn't look all banged to hell. Doesn't look like I've been banging the hell out of it. But that's that. That's the closest. Well, other than like going to races, that's the closest I've ever been to a race car driver. A real one. Not like me. I actually met Michelle Thuring when she used to drive for USAR Hooters Pro Cup Series. That's about the only one I've actually met. She was a little thing. She was about that freaking tall. Oh, you can't really see. She was about 4 foot nothing, seriously. I eat a lot of chicken too. Chicken's good for you, as long as you don't deep fat fry it. If you deep fat fry it, then it's not good for you. Chicken nuggets are not good for you. I make a lot of Oriental style. It's not really Oriental food. It's Oriental style food. Here you go. I don't know if I've said this before. Here's your nonsense fact for the day. I should do that too, because I have a lot of stupid information in my head. Who invented Chinese food that we eat today? That when we go to a Chinese restaurant, who invented that style of Chinese food? Does anybody know? I thought I just saw Joe. Oh, there he is. What are you doing? Get off of her! Get! Nobody know the answer to that question? Who invented? Yeah, that's not good for you. All that grease is not good for you. It makes you fat and lazy. Just teasing, Ian. Chinese food was invented by the Jewish people. Look it up. It's true. New York. It's called New York style Chinese food. Is actually what it was called, and it was invented by the Jews. That's funny as hell. Because if you ever had Jewish food, you wouldn't understand why. Because if you actually had real Jewish food, it's flavorless. I'm sorry, people of Jewish descent, but your food sucks. Anyway, Chinese food is tasty. I love teriyaki. I'm a big teriyaki fan. I love sweet and sour. My coffee cup is empty. And I love orange chicken. I love it. Oh, it's so good. Hey, at least I let Dixon get around me with no worries. So, the next painting contest, which will start... Don't worry, I take regular... Oh, that's good. That's good. And you're young. When I was your age, I could eat anything. I used to call this one pizza place back home when I was a kid, when I had 15 bucks. And 15 bucks doesn't sound like a lot of money. Actually, it was back in the late 70s, early. You used to call this one pizza place. Get a large pizza with a lot of stuff on it. Usually sausage, hamburger. Well, not hamburger, but the pepperoni, onions, mushrooms, and black olives. And then get a large tin of tin fry, which was like a 12-inch tin around, and it was 12 inches high with cheese over it. Oh God, it was good. And that's before we had the liter bottles of Coke, and they used to send out the cardboard ones. Guys old enough to remember that will know what I'm talking about. And remember, a large pie. Not today's large pies, but a large pie, large pizza pie. It was like 18, 19 inches around, not the 12 to 13 inches that they are now. Oh yeah, I know. I'm hungry for pizza now. But I used to sit and eat all that by myself in one sitting and not gain an ounce. I mean, that's a lot of food. And a cheesesteak, a 12-inch cheesesteak on top of that. All of that in one sitting. And $15 bought me all that, plus give the driver a tip. Used to cost, I think it cost... well, I wouldn't have any money left. I just hand him the 15 bucks, and that would be my $15. But that was a treat for me. I actually miss eating like that. The food back home was so much better than the food out here, and the pizza was so much better. Though Casey's pizza's pretty damn good, almost close, but they don't have cheesesteaks, so that's neither here nor there. This is the Michael Waltrip pit hat. From 2004. I bought this new in 2004, 500. I have worn this to death. It is coming apart everywhere. I mean, it's dirty. I've worn it to work. It's faded. It's old. It is my oldest NASCAR hat. It was a lot of food, and I ate it all in one sitting. God, I suck at driving these cars. I gotta get more practice in. Made it half the distance of the race. Hey, half is better than... That's about as far as I've been making it in some of these races. About halfway through before I do something stupid. That car looks good, though. I can't keep saying that. That car looks good. That car looks really good. I did a good job painting that car. But the next painting challenge will be the Sim Race Designs NSX NASCAR Xfinity Series 2017 car. That'll be the next one I do. That'll start Saturday. You have 2 weeks to paint that one up, and then the vote will start. Oh, ooh. 13 biscuits? Boy, I bet you had a good poo after that. Oh, parents and what they tell us and what we actually hear. I know for me, for one, I say one thing, my kids used to hear something completely different. But that's neither here nor there. So that's the next pending contest, and after that will be the was it Smith Dens? I can't remember who made the 2015 truck mod. That'll be the paint contest after we're done with the NXS 17 paint challenge. So we're gonna do all the cut. We're gonna do the 3 major, most recent NASCAR mods. Then I think we're gonna do, like I said this before, we're gonna do the NASCAR Fun Facts IndyCar mod, since I don't actually have a car for that. That's why I'm running the Smith Dens today, because I actually don't have a personal car for that mod. And then we'll do the sprint cars, the super sprint cars. And then after that, I have no idea, because that's going to be somewhere in January. Oh, that's right, Omega did that. That's right. So that'll put us up through close to February. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe put us into January. But that'll get us that far, and then I'll think of something else after that. Maybe do the original Cup mods stuff and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it, because those are the main mods I'm gonna basically run anyway. Is the three latest NASCAR mods, the latest IndyCar mod, and the Super Sprint mod. I may run just some other mods here and there, but those are going to be the main ones that I'm going to run. So that's how that's going to work. And here we come. We're going to come close to here we go. They're under caution again, and we're going to see my wonderful, wonderful screw up. And we should get the far chase for that and see how I screwed this up. See, watch, you see, I think I lifted. Heat of the moment, I lifted. You can't lift in these cars. I think you gotta hit the brake. Yeah, see, I lifted. And that's when the ass end got loose. Oh, and I lost the front wheel. Oh well, and that's how my race ended. Maybe I should need Cup car won't come out, but yeah, but I don't. Are they changing the Camaro model? So there would be really no need to. If they're not going to change the Camaro model, since most of the paints were done on the Camaro model, I would just transfer that to that mod. That's how that would work. That's how I would do that. Let's cancel that. Let's just get to the options here and take the master volume all the way down to like 4. Let's see who wins the race. Ain't gonna be her. Ain't gonna be him. Let's go this way. Look at that, they're still racing. Look at that. Oh. Let's put that up to full screen. So if anybody's got good IndyCar sounds for NASCAR Racing 2003, either put the link in the chat, or PM me over at Stanad. Oh, that mod? Yeah, maybe. We'll see how different it is. Actually, I thought they were going to 07. I thought I read somewhere that they're going to take it all the way to 07. But no, I don't know what I'm thinking. I was thinking something else. Look at that. Accident, clutch, accident. Header. Yeah, maybe that. Because there's a lot of there's some other talks, some other mods coming out too. So there's some grumblings about this mod and that mod. We'll see what happens, but mostly what I'm going to be streaming is like the 3 main NASCAR series, most recent mods. Again, the most recent IndyCar mod and the Super Sprints. Maybe something else. It depends on how much I can do live. As time goes on. I don't know if I'll have more time to do stuff. I've actually got something else in the works for working or making money, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I know I still didn't finish last. I finished second, fifth to last. I'm finished one of these races. We'll get my skills back up to where they used to be. 'Cause they used to be good. I used to finish top 10 in almost every race I entered. Top 10, top 15, depending on how many drivers. I've won 7 races in my whole lifetime. 7 whole online races. Doesn't seem like a lot, but if you ever seen all the competition I was up against, winning 7 was a miracle. Because I used to race some of the best guys out there. But I gotta keep my nerves calm back down again. I gotta get used to doing it again. Like I said, I haven't sim raced. I haven't actually raced other than practices and hot lapping in 6 years. So, you know, like I said that earlier. I know I repeat myself a lot because you never know who's going to tune in, tune out. But definitely going to be doing a lot of NR2K, NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Dribble in a little R Factor 1. Maybe dribble in some of the other stuff. Maybe every once in a while, you know, once or twice a month, maybe drop in some road racing. But it's mostly oval racing, mostly stock cars, some dirt for NR2K. Maybe I'll teach myself how to drive dirt in R Factor. That would be interesting because that's just like driving the real thing, and my brain still can't comprehend turning right to go left. That was actually right, but you know what I'm saying. My brain doesn't comprehend that. I don't know what it is. That's one of my disorders. Anyway. Wow. How long are they going to pace? Anyway. Anyway. I did work. I have not worked on the OBS. I was thinking about trying to do that today. Work on that a little bit. Maybe it's tomorrow's broadcast because I'm going to broadcast tomorrow. That's for sure. I'm going to do another. I might do, like I said, be either trucks or Xfinity at Mesa Martin and Myrtle Beach. Do some short track. Do 30-lap races at both of those because I used to love Mesa Martin. Beautiful track. Too bad that they tore it down. Another California casualty to racing. Really, that's about all I can think of. Other than if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for when I go live again. Which I'm going to try to do it at least racing 3 times a week. Trying to get racing in at least 3 times a week. And then Sunday mornings, of course, will always be Coffee with the Tigg. It's the only place you're going to find NASCAR Racing 2003 Series news. The weekday, that's going to be at 11. The weekdays is at 11:30-ish because I watch the Sim Pit every morning to get the news on all the other sims going on. So if you want to know about all the other sims going on, go watch the Sim Pit. Good bunch. Sean's a good guy. Good bunch of guys over there. They do all the other sims, and that's fine and dandy. I'm gonna concentrate on the old stuff. I'm no school like the old school, and that's what we're gonna do. The NASCAR racing. I'm making up my mind as I'm actually broadcasting that it's going to be all NASCAR Racing 2003 with a sprinkling of R Factor 1 and an even lighter sprinkling of the other sims, especially if they come up with the older cars, because there's some in R Factor 2 and Project Cars 1 has an 80s mod in it, but they don't have any oval tracks, so. And you can't add tracks to Project Cars, which sucks. Oh, by the way, I was grumbling the other day about in Automobilista, there was no Watkins Glen or Sonoma or Sears Point or whatever, Infineon, whatever you want to call it. I actually did find it. There's I put the link on the post. I was grumbling about those tracks not being in that sim. I put the link on that post. So if you have Automobilista and you do not have Watkins Glen, Infineon, Sears Point, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Ooh, look at that. Did you see that? Uh-oh, there's going to be a wreck there. Ooh, they did not wreck. I thought they were going to wreck. This black car back here, they did not wreck. I thought for sure that was going to be a wreck. If you have Automobilista, and you don't have those two tracks, it's on the Tigg's Facebook page. If you're not a member, ask to join. It's a private group. That way we don't have people bashing us. That's the only reason why it's private, because I'll keep the riffraff out. I don't need to be dealing with people who don't like racing, or people who are just so narrow-minded that their sim's the best sim. Every sim is great. The only sims that are not good are EA sims. I'm just teasing. They're okay. They're just not my favorite. EA Sports sim. There's no such thing as a bad sim, bad racing sim. If you're out there and you're having fun, there's no such thing as a bad sim. That's my opinion of the matter. I just like some better than others, and the EA Sports are like way down at the bottom of the list. So you probably won't see any of those here. Aside the fact that you gotta jump through hoops to get them to run on Windows 10. What was I thinking? Brain fart number what? 3 or 4 of the day? There'll be, okay. Oh yeah, 11:30ish weekdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays for sure. Probably Saturdays. I'll sprinkle in Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, depending on how busy around my, unless it's NSR. Yeah, NASCAR sim race. That was terrible. That was terrible. Because they didn't have the ISI engine, but we won't get into that. Oh, look, the leader's not the leader anymore. The 10 car is. I'm going backwards. And he got out front fast. No, it's Tony Kanaan, of course. One of my favorite drivers, too, for that series. Him and Scott Dixon. I think Tony's retiring this year. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, it's 14 laps of this race left. Let's see if can I talk for that long? It's going to be like a 40-second lap, so that will put me, yeah, put me at about an hour and a half for this show. So we'll keep it going. Oh, he's getting past. This actually, looks like the track, the LPs on this are pretty good, and the AI rating is pretty good. They're actually kind of racy, and they're at 88% so I can keep up with them when I didn't wreck my car. So they're actually pretty racy. And guess what? You don't mess with the AI, the LP files. You don't mess with that stuff. Because if the mod maker and the track maker put the time in to do it right, then it's good. That's good. Ooh. I thought that was going to be a wreck. Look at them all bouncing around back there. This is actually pretty damn decent AI racing. I wish I was in there instead of watching it, but, you know, that's just the way it is. I'm almost out of coffee, too. I am out of coffee. I got the bottom of the cup. Uh-oh. Here comes Tony back. They're actually, it's people say the AI doesn't race. Look at this stuff. Look at this. I honestly believe if the guy who makes the LP files on the track correctly, and the AI rating is good, they actually do race. I mean, they've passed for the lead 3 or 4 times now. Look at this. They're 2 and 3. What? Whoa! I just saw that. Look at this. Now, the AI does actually wreck. Every wreck is, other than my own stupidity, has been caused by AI. And I didn't take out any other cars. Whoever did the LP file on this track, this is the 2009 or 8 OWR Indy car, or Indy track. They did a hell of a good job. They did a hell of a good job on the LP files on this track. I got the link down. Oh, that car's done. D-U-N-E. Done. Hey, she made it through. That both Penske cars, you know, yellow's not Penske cars aren't always yellow. That's Dollar General. And there's Tony Kanon. I wish I could fast forward through these pace laps, but it's not gonna. Ooh, it's not gonna let me. Yeah. Oh, BR. Brian put a lot of effort into to having good LP files and having offline racing good. That's the one reason why that they're still good. The BR tracks. Brian did a hell of a job. I did a lot of that. That's when I first started. Was with way back then. So hard to believe that those are 15 years old. And they're still used, and a lot of tracks come and go, but the BR tracks are still talked about and still used today. If I ever talk to Brian again, I will let him know. I have not talked to Brian in probably almost 10 years when he was working with the pits. Oh yeah. And if the BR track, you can actually run if you get your setup going good. If you got a good setup on the BR tracks, especially California and Atlanta, you can actually run top side and hold speed and hold them off. But you got to really work on that setup. Really work on that setup to do it. I used to have a setup like that. And people used to freak out because I can run the top like that. But yeah, 15-year-old tracks. Unless you're up high. Well, no, they push up too. But no. Still used to this very day. I gotta sneeze. I never did turn on my light today, so but it's bright enough in here. I should open up my blinds to let some natural light in. If any of you guys watch home improvement shows and stuff like that, when they talk about windows and the sun coming in the window, they don't call it sunlight anymore. It's natural light. I thought that was the sun. Anyway, my wife and I watch a lot of the home improvement shows, even though we don't own our home. It's just something cool to watch what people can do with their houses and tiny homes. We were always kicking around the idea of doing a tiny home, but I would need space for my sim pod. So that would be half the freaking home, because this is a 10 by 10 room that I'm in right now, and it barely holds everything I have. Or what stock cars at Patron, really? Yeah, and they're the best. They were the best, but they're getting so out of date. Well, everybody wants the latest, greatest. They all want the latest graphics package. They all want the latest signage. So that's why a lot of trucks are going there. But if they would actually just update the looks and not mess with LP files on the old stuff, they would actually be fine to do that. But because nobody owns anything, it may say BR, but he doesn't own it. Even if he was still around making tracks, I won't get into that. Again, we actually don't own anything in this sim. We're just playing with it, or any sim. Update of updated layouts. Yeah. No, did you get the Charlotte track? I should. Maybe no, because I don't think they have the LP files right on that yet, on the Charlotte track. I haven't heard of any updates dropping for that. And the AI correct under pace in the front chicane. So that's that. But we do have it. It's there. They just wreck under pace. Oh, here we go. We're going green with 9 laps to go. And I'll probably put us at an hour and a half show, which is basically where I want to keep my shows. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours, under two hours for sure. So guys, on Sunday when we start talking, when I say it's time to, it's time to, because I don't want to be. I have a life. You guys have a life. We love talking. I know we do, but that's the way it is. Look at that. They're freight training his ass. Oh, now they're going. Oh, look! Oh! Look at that! They're getting racy. They are getting racy. Look at that! They are getting racy. There's gonna be a wreck. Holy sh! Now, I don't watch AI race a lot. Look at that! They are 3 wide. Yeah, I have. Oh, there it goes. Oh, all the leaders just got taken out. All the leaders just got taken out. Holy crap! Holy crap! You know you know what? I may take back something for the guys who just watch AI. That was kind of thrilling. Though I do prefer racing. But look at that. They are 3 wide, and Tony Kanaan pushes up. He's flipping down the track. Jesus Christmas. Where did Tony Kanaan go? I got to drop down the menu here. All right, I'm missing it now. God dang it. Alright, why am I not seeing his freaking name? There it is. Yeah, well, they did it right. Whoever did the LP files on this did it right on this track. I'm gonna have to look up who it is. I think it said unknown on the Weebly page. I think it said unknown. Oh, they didn't know who made it because they didn't put it in the README or anything. Oh, you got slaughtered by that one car. Hey, look at that. The wings actually bent on that one car. But yeah, he got slaughtered. Yeah, he's out of the race. Imagine that. Oh, well, they have Rick Mears in here. We know Rick Mears isn't actually out there, but that's his old car. I guess they did some tribute cars. Hi, honey.
Still on?
Yeah, I'll be done here in about 10-15 minutes.
I want to talk to you about something.
Okay. In about 10-15 minutes. Wife. Wow, that was awesome. That was pretty awesome. So the 5 guys that were running up front are now out of the race. Look at that, 16 drive. That's almost like real life. Half the field gone by the end of the race. Whoever did the LP files on this did a hell of a job. Nice job. Oh. Well, there was my version of the Indianapolis 500. It was the Indianapolis 50. There's the Tigg's version. But yeah, speaking of that, next year I'm going to be following more of the real circuits, actually running the real series, running a lot of the tracks that they run. At the same time, that means I got to get my skills up because they suck. Like I said, I haven't been racing in a long time, so... I've been eating them slower. I still have 2 cans left. And I'm punching in your ear. But, yeah. No, I forgot what I was saying. I was thinking. Oh yeah, I'm going to be following more of the real stuff. And like I might take the, R Factor. I might do some F1 racing. Next year. Might. This is the big question. The big question mark after it. Might do some F1 racing. Never know though. I may test it out and not like it at all, because I don't think there's going to be a 2018 mod for R Factor 1, but there are several older ones, so up to 2016 I think there is, so no big deal. There is an R Factor 2. I saw pictures of I'm out of coffee. I don't know why I keep lifting it up. I've seen pictures of 2018 F1 mod for R Factor 2. I think I may have posted one or two of them on the Tigg's Facebook page, but they're already in Assetto Corsa. That's it. I think they're just in Assetto Corsa. Come to think of it. So, you may actually see Assetto Corsa F1 racing next year. Who knows? What the Tigg will be definitely doing a lot more stock car racing than anything else, but I will mix in some other stuff, especially open. I may follow the IndyCar series, do the races they do, because they do a nice mix of roads and ovals, and that would be within R2K. With the truck nut mod. That's another reason, or not truck nut mod. Why did truck nut pop in my head? All of a sudden, their Facebook page is getting activity. Truck nut's not been around for as far as I know, but anyway, with the NASCAR Fun Facts mod. As soon as we get a Coffee with the Tigg card painted, of course. But yeah, and I may mix in. It, depending on if tracks aren't available or the layout in R2K is terrible, do it in R Factor. Because I think there's a 2018 mod. I think I have it too. I have so much stuff in R Factor. I don't. It's not even funny. But keep lifting up my coffee cup. There is nothing in it. It is empty, Dan. Tigg. We're gonna finish this race. Oh no, we got the pace ladder. We're gonna get 2 laps under caution, under green. For the end of this thing. Let's see if they can make it to the end without wrecking. Yep, it's going to put me right up at about an hour and a half. Yeah, that's the one bad thing about this sim. The open wheel cars, they just don't sit on the track right because they sit so low. That's terrible. As soon as they get up to speed, those front wings will go right into the asphalt. And it looks like the front wheels are riding a little high to me, but that could be just my eyes. Pace car. I gotta get a different pace car though. That one's kind of ugly for this mod. To look around. See if I can find one. Pace car's going off! One last run to the green. To the checkered, I mean. Do you know if have you ever raced the sim and you know if you're coming to the green and you pass it before they tell you green, you pass the pace car, they actually black flag you. Yeah, now they're just lining up orderly. They're not even going to try. They're just going to finish the 2 laps and get it done and over with. Look at that. Oh no, they're not orderly back there. They're going too wide. Ah, look at that. They're not gonna tussle up as much as they did before. It's like, well, nope. Here comes the 8 to pressure him. Oh, he's got him. Oh no, he doesn't. Oh, he's got him. He's got him. That's Biscayne. I can never keep numbers and names straight. You can barely do that in NASCAR. Oh, nope. Here he comes back on the inside. Oh, he's got him, too. We're going to tussle it up a little bit. Are we going to have a wreck or are we going to have a green flag finish? 40 seconds, we will find out. There we go again. Here they come. Here he comes. He's got him on the inside again. Oh, we're side by side. Oh, they're really gonna race for the win. Oh, nope, he pushed up high. Nope, it looks like it's gonna be the 8 Biscayne winning. And we're gonna finish under green. And there you go. Oh, wait a minute, is there 1 lap left? Oh no, they're slowing down. Oh, there you go. That was interesting watching that AI. I know that's not what you guys tuned in for, but I'm tired of restarting races. Yeah, strength was 88, and I can barely keep up with them. So they did a good job with. He got to win. See, he has no, and he didn't change this. The person who made it, the 2008 OWR, the Smith ends, of course. They call it 0.9, but I would almost call that a 1 point because of it's not that bad. Some damage needs to be redone on it, but it's not that bad at all. I don't think that road. I'm looking to see. This is the original, I do believe. Well, who knows? Because sometimes they overwrite it. One night. Indianapolis F1. Yeah, see. I think they just. That's OWR. Oh, OWR08. There it is. Yeah, there's no README in here, so whoever made this version, they did a hell of a nice job. Thank you very much for it, for doing such a nice job. That's today's show. I'm gonna go to the Webley page real quick here, because I'd like to thank the guy who made it. I have it right here. I need to turn those off. But Indianapolis. Oh, unknown. So whoever made this OWR Indianapolis 2008 track, if you happen to see this, thank you very much for doing such a great job. Let yourself known, or maybe you're not letting yourself known because you don't want to do any more tracks. But whoever did that track, thank you very much. Great job. Thank you, Smith Den, for a wonderful mod. Thank you, Papyrus Sierra, for one of the greatest sims of all time. Mr. Tigg, thinking about streaming again tomorrow. I will put up a notice if I do. So that's about it. There'll be Sunday morning Coffee with the Tigg, Coffee with the Tigg at 11 a.m. That will be definitely going on. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button, hit the remind button to tell you when I'm coming on live streaming. If you like the show, hit the like button. And I thank you for watching. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.